As far as the safety of Mozambique, like I said, it's a third world country, so I mean there's lots of poverty there, and as you expect, there's definitely crime that goes along with that. An interesting thing though is there's no like hate-based crime. It's all, there's no organized gangs or anything like that. It's all just to get things. It's not drugs. Also, there's very very little of that. Now, of course, alcohol. There's people generally drink quite a bit. You see lots of drunk people, but it's all in all, I'd say it's a pretty safe place to walk in. I never, or very rarely on my mission, did I feel unsafe walking out and about on the streets. Even at night, I felt pretty safe. Now that being said, whenever you leave your house or at night, you always have to make sure your house is very very well secured. So all of the houses in Mozambique have metal bars on the windows and the doors, or around the porches. So you have to make sure, they call it grade. You have to make sure that's always locked up. Yeah, the time that we got broken into though, my companion and I, we were sleeping in a bunk bed, and he woke me up and said that he thought he heard someone at the door. He thought someone was breaking in, and at the time he was kind of sick, so I thought, he's probably just kind of delirious or something. He's probably just bad dreams or something. But just to humor him, I went with him to the door, and he brought this bat with him. I guess just self-defense or whatever. Okay, so he went into the kitchen, and that's kind of the way we got into our house, is through the porch, which is where the bars were, and then we just walked through the kitchen into the rest of the house. So he walked to the kitchen and peeked through the door, and he whispered to me that he thought he saw something, and so eventually he starts hitting the door with the bat and just yelling, "Saidaki!" So I mean, it's just like get out of here, leave. So he starts yelling that, and by this time I still kind of think that he's imagining it, So I go around to another room and peek through the window to where I can see the porch, And I remember looking out into the porch, and it was a rainy day, so it was all wet outside. And I remember seeing on the dry porch a wet footprint, bare footprint. And then kind of, my heart sunk. I realized that we actually had someone breaking into our house. So I grabbed a hammer, and then everybody in the apartment, there were 6 of us, 6 missionaries in that apartment, so everybody got up, and we were yelling out the window, and Mbava, that's kind of just in the dialect it means thief. So that's kind of the tradition. You yell out thief, and then the neighbors are supposed to come out and help you. They didn't, but okay, so we were yelling at it, and we were all too scared to go outside the house, So we were just standing there, with everyone with bats or pieces of metal or whatever we could find. And in any case, we finally got the courage to open up the door and go outside into the porch and see what had happened. And sure enough, we had the metal door, or the bars to the porch. There was 2 locks on that, 2 padlocks. With a crowbar or something, they had broken both of them. And they were breaking the door that went into the actual house. The only thing that stopped them from getting in is we had a kind of a metal plate or a metal bar that we fastened behind the door, and that's kind of just like the last line of defense. And that was the only thing that was stopping them from getting in. They were working on opening that up when we woke up, so that was kind of frightening. But other than that, I didn't have any other issues. So yeah, it's I mean, you have to just remember that there's people who will take your stuff, so